Shalom, call hello Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. This is Ira, and I just wanted to say a few words about being carnally minded and prideful. It should be a very quick video. I don't want to make it too long, but I'm just gonna jump right into it. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. And a lot of times, we do, a lot of times, brothers tend to over congratulate themselves, or think very highly of themselves. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but when it goes too far, thinking that you're above every brother in the camp, or thinking you know everything, that becomes pride. And you're deceiving yourself because you're no better than any other brother around the world pushing this truth, and you're no better than any other brothers in your camp. You know, and so it's not wise to seek a position where you can tell brothers what to do all the time and boss brothers around, so you can be number one just because you think you deserve it, man. We don't deserve anything. Hell, we don't even deserve to have been woken up to the truth unless Yahweh Bashim Yahshua willed it. We woke up to the truth because the Lord willed it so. Not because you wanted to wake up and you think you deserve the truth, man. No, it don't work like that. It says, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. Right? Prove your own work, man. Put in the work, and you will get the reward at the end, man. At the end of this world. You got brothers that want their rulership in this reality, man. By ruling over brothers, and that's not the right spirit to be in. Brothers, been in this thing for a while. And, they think that they deserve the whole world. Which you do, but not right now. There are certain prophecies that have to be set in place, and certain things have to happen before you get your rulership. Before you get to have the last word, and where you don't have to consult, you don't have to consult for every little decision and everything. And even then, you're still gonna have to consult for every decision you make, even though you're the king. That's why the king has counselors, man. So what's this? Where's this spirit coming from that makes brothers think that they have it all? When King Saul had counselors, King David has counselors, Moses had counselors. And there's an example. There are countless examples of pride in the scriptures, man, where actually that pride, is actually, and being carnal is actually what got brothers killed, because they boasted themselves up and they thought that they could do something that they couldn't. And this is a prime example. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 36. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody. Boasting himself to be somebody. I mean, he thought he had some type of power, some type of clout, because he learned a few scriptures, man. To whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves. And birds of a feather flock together. So, men that think that they're somebody also, of course they're gonna, flock to the next guy who thinks the same. Let's do something. We're somebody too. We don't need Yahweh Shai. We don't need the camp. We can do this by ourselves. But that's not of the Most High, man. That's of men. It says, who was slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men. You have to stay away from people like this, who think they got it all, who think they can do everything by themselves, man, who are down for the cause for their own vain reasons and their own vain, oblations, man. This is not about you. This is about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the 144,000 dwelling together in unity, man, so we can all make it the hell out of here. The Lord doesn't have time for your egos, man. And now I'm saying to you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. And that's what you're doing, man. You're fighting against the Most High when you think that you have it on. You think that you're better than every brother, man. You think that you deserve, you know, you deserve some type of clout, some type of ranking position. That's not being humble, man. When the Lord came on this earth, He's the King of Kings, Lords of Lords, and He came down on this planet, and He was humble as a church, or not as, well, He was humble as a mouse, man. He was humble as a mouse. So why should we be any different? You know, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 1. It says, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. See, we all have knowledge, man. Not just one person knows it all. But knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. Right, knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. You know, everyone, of course, you know, when you get a little bit of knowledge, you think, you start feeling yourself a little bit. Okay, you know certain things. But when you start thinking that you're higher than everybody else, man, that's got to stop. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. Right? Because this truth is vast, man. The elders and apostles haven't been sticking it out for, 20, 25, 30 years for no reason, man. They have loads of experience. So you think just because you've been in the truth for 5, you're on some type of level? Not saying that that certain brothers think they're on the levels of the elders, but we are in no position to think that we're in any type of when we have any type of experience or we're on any type of level that puts us above brothers, man. We should never think like that. The apostles don't think like that. So we should damn sure not think like, we damn sure shouldn't think like that. That thought shouldn't even cross in our mind, man. What that is, that's a demon. That's a pride demon, man. It says, but if any man love the Most High, the same is known of him. So he should know this. He should know that, that we all don't know anything like we should know, man. We don't know half the knowledge that we should know in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the truth is vast. Our spirits ain't where it need to be, man. Otherwise, the Lord wouldn't be proving us every day. It wouldn't be throwing us through the fire. Brothers shouldn't try to create a name for themselves, man. That's vainglory. And the Lord can destroy you for that vainglory. Here's another example. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 42. It says, then Judas and his host drew near and entered into battle, and there were slain of the king's army 600 men. Eleazar also, surnamed Savaran, perceiving that one of the beasts, armed with royal harnesses, was higher than all the rest, and supposing that the king was upon him. And this is when, Judas and his brothers, they were at war with Antiochus Epiphanes. He put himself in jeopardy to the end he might deliver his people and get him a perpetual name. So not only, he was committing this act of bravery, or act of courage, which was really, being acted out to forward his own agenda, because he was really jealous of Judas, and he wanted a name like Judas. He wanted to be famous. He wanted to have some type of rank, so to speak. It says, wherefore he ran upon him courageously through the midst of the battle, slaying on the right hand and on the left, so that they were divided from him on both sides. Which done, he crept under the elephant and thrust him under and slew him. So he ran on the elephant, probably, he probably slid, chopped the elephant's stomach open. Whereupon the elephant fell down upon him, and there he died. So he died trying to get himself a perpetual name, man. Eventually, he got what he asked for, because, he died a martyr. He died for the nation of Israel. So he got his name, but he died in the process. Because the Lord doesn't deal with vainglory, man. So that was his price. his death. And brothers should keep this in mind that with vainglory, with seeking of vainglory comes death, man. That goes right hand in hand with being carnally minded, because that's not spiritual whatsoever. Being spiritual is being humble, you know, um, suffering wrongfully from time to time, and just keeping your mouth closed sometimes. You don't have to get the last word in every time you argue with a brother, every time you talk to a brother, man. Especially with a brother in higher rank than you. That should never be executed out of your mouth. You know? And this scripture here explains that perfectly. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 4. It says that the righteous of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. And that's the thing of the flesh, man, to have a name, to be famous, to have some type of superiority over people, over brothers, over people. It says, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit, right? And one of the things of the Spirit, is being humble, man, being contrite, being content with the position that you're in. Just being a servant of the Lord. That's something that should be minded after the Spirit. Not wanting to be seen, not wanting to be in a commanding or ranking position, man, so you can just tell brothers what to do because you think you have it all. It says, for to be carnally minded is death. See? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And that's what happened to Eleazar, and that's what happened to, the men in Acts the 5th chapter, man. They were carnally minded, so the Lord put them to death. I don't want to, and us brothers, we shouldn't. That's the last way you should want to go out in this truth, man. To disobey direct orders, and to disobey the Spirit and be put to death, man. You'll be known as a heretic. That's a bad way to go out, man. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. Meaning hateful, man. The Most High hates a carnal mind. That's why he can put you to death for that, man. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High. Neither indeed can be, right? Because a carnal mind he thinks that he can do whatever he wants to do. Say whatever he wants to say. No one can tell him nothing. He knows everything. He should be in front. That's vain, man. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So you can't even, there's no way you can please the Most High because you're in the flesh. Because the Most High is spiritual, man, and he minds spiritual men. It says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Yahushai, he is none of his. And that's point blank, man. A carnal demon, man, is not of the Most High, man. This is our last scripture before I close it out. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. It says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. So if you're in a certain position, or if you don't have any rank, be content, because that's where the Lord puts you. That's where the Lord wants you to be at this point in time, man. The Lord doesn't need brothers that try to overdo and do the most, man. It says, for he has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So it doesn't matter where the Lord puts you in His truth, man. Whether you're the head of the camp, whether you're the last brother on a totem pole just coming into the camp, you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the appointed time where the Most High wants you to be. And as long as you stay content with where you are, I'm just content with just knowing the truth, man. I'm just happy. I'm just awake to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's what every brother should be having their mind on, man. Thanking the Lord every day that he is woken up to the truth and to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Not worrying about trying to get ranking positions and wanting to tell brothers what to do, and being a man and trying to know everything, be super duper Israelites, man. That should be at least on your worries, man. We got the chip coming up. We got martial law, pestilence. The destruction of this world is imminent, man. The end is manifest. We have real problems to deal with, man. Not brothers' egos. That's all I wanted to say, though. With that, call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom and salutations to the brothers around the world preaching the truth and preaching the word in truth, Salakia, and sincerity. And Mawath La Babal, death to Babylon. Shalom.